This is the real Tom Rose. To solve this problem, we need to consider Jim's rate of driving, which is X miles per hour, and how long he drives for, which is Y hours. And notice that in the answer choices, there are variables in all the answer choices. Whenever that's the case, I always consider two different strategies. One is plugging in, and the other is algebra. I always start with plugging in because it's typically faster and less error prone. Sometimes, as in the case of this problem, I will switch to algebra halfway through, and we'll see an example of that in just a moment. So let's start out, and let's just pick numbers for the variables that we were given. Let's say that Jeff is driving 2 miles per hour, and let's say that Jeff drives for 3 hours. And now we can go ahead and calculate how far he drove. How far did he drive? Well, if he drove rate times time equals distance, and if he drove 2 miles per hour for 3 hours, he would have driven an equivalent of 6 miles. Now, let's continue along the plug-in route just to see how that finishes. So we're looking for an answer which yields a 6. Of course, our answer choices all have variables, but we can simply plug x and y in for those variables to figure out what happens. So in A, we have 2 over 3. Does that equal 6? No, so A is out. In B, we have y over x. That's 3 over 2. Is that 6? No, so B is out. In C, we have 3 times 2, which equals 6. That is good. C is likely to be the right answer, but we have to keep checking just to be sure. 1 over 3 times 2, that's not going to equal 6. And let's try 3 squared times 2 squared, which will also not equal 6. So now we can confidently pick answer choice C. But this isn't exactly how I would have solved this problem personally. Personally, I would have solved the problem this way all the way up to this point right here. And I would have stopped and realized, hey, all I took was the rate and the time, and I multiplied them together to get distance, which is what I've been asked for. But I have a number for rate and time. This is rate, and this is time. Rate times time is x times y. So that equals the distance, and this will be our correct answer. And if you do that, you can shortcut right to answer choice C.